Hey you guys! So today I'm going to show you guys how to build a tiny home on Revit. Tiny homes have become pretty popular in the residential real estate world, and I think it's a really good way to practice spatial compromise and integrity, understanding what you need and what you want as a luxury, and kind of how to combine the two in a very small space. In this video, I'm going to pop in and out, only showing myself in a corner, speaking about things that I feel like are very important or things that you may not know yet, so that you guys aren't distracted from what I'm doing on the screen. So let's get started. As you guys know, the first thing I like to do is set down the walls. Tiny homes are usually in a 20 foot by 8 feet trailer size volume, so I'm going to put that down. Then designate the different levels of the tiny home. Tiny homes are usually mobile, so you'll want them to be like on a trailer or on wheels. So from the ground to that floor, I'm going to leave about 1'7". So from there, I'm going to set the loft to be about 6 feet 2 inches high, just because I feel like that is a good height for people to be able to enter under that space, which is going to be the bathroom, comfortably. You can stand up. The average person is a little less than 6 feet. So yeah, and then the ceiling is going to come to 13 feet and some inches. Right now I'm laying down the floor of the lofted area, which is also going to be the ceiling for the bathroom, and then I'm going to enclose that 6 foot by 6 foot space with the wall. 6 feet by 6 feet is the average size of a residential guest bathroom, and it could fit a queen size bed on the top of that volume. As you guys should know by now, I really like to create my own families and objects, especially if I can't find any to import that I really want to portray the vision I have. So I'm just going to make the stairs from scratch. If you notice, I'm starting off the bottom of the stair at an angle. In architecture, we want an area to be inviting. We want that area to be cohesive and for you to feel natural and moving in that direction. So instead of having a straightforward staircase that is directly facing and parallel to the refrigerator, I decided to, put it at an angle, and then towards the middle, as you go higher, it gets straighter towards that back wall, and then at the top it turns more into the bed area. You don't feel the necessity to cover yourself into that corner in order to go on that second level. Now I added a little bit of walking space from the top floor corner to the back wall because remember, you're able to stand up in this area. It's about 6 feet from the loft to the ceiling. So when you wake up in the morning or when you're about to go to bed, you can easily stand in that space, you know, take off your clothes, access your closet, move around, walk around. You don't feel like as soon as you get to the top of the stair you have to sit down or you have to start crouching over, which is the case in some tiny homes out there. I'm now going to show you guys how to make a mattress as well as a blanket and pillow. I skipped that step in the last video, kind of just popped into frame. So instead of doing that here, I'm going to show you guys how I actually went through that process, because instead of just having a box extruded from the floor to represent a bed, you want to have something more organic to show off the space and to make it look a little bit more realistic once it's rendered. One of the most important things when you're modeling any object in Revit, SketchUp, Rhino, any of those architectural programs, you have to understand perspective. The perspective in which you're viewing really dominates how the object will look, where it'll be extruded from, if it'll be floating in space, if it'll be attached to an object or wall. As you noticed, when I was creating the mattress and the blanket, I was in a camera perspective. Now for the pillowcase, the south viewpoint is decent enough for me to create or etch out an organic shape and then extrude that from the dresser and move it around a little bit, shorten it, widen it, so that it's exactly what I want. So yeah, understanding which perspective you want to create an object is extremely important. Now with the shower, the floor plan works decently well because it's just a regular shape that I want to lay on the floor and pull up instead of pull forward, push it back. And you would just understand this better with practice. An almost necessary characteristic of tiny homes are windows. With such a confined space, you need a passageway for light, for airflow, just to make the space feel bigger, seem bigger, look bigger. So if there are not many windows, then you definitely have a few big ones. So here I'm gonna put 2 windows, one on each side of the tiny home. One is gonna be an octagon shaped window on the top of the kitchenette, and the other a rectangular bay on top of the dining area, office space, entertaining section. Whatever a rectangle table with a few chairs would be designated to you is what that space is for in a tiny home. It's really efficient for furniture to have multi-use in this confined space, so the shelf will also have lighting on its underside for the lounging area. here is our finished product of the tiny home from left to right, with the lounging area, kitchenette, dining room space to the bathroom, and then loft on top, and the changing clothing storage area towards the left of the loft. And we are complete. So thank you for joining me for this video. I appreciate you guys coming by, and hopefully I'll have another one up soon. Promise. Yeah, not hopefully, I will have another one up soon. Okay. All right, see you guys later.